Hello, today I got here a saw from father's wood workshop. It's quite old saw, labels say it was made in 1995, but already offered turning and tilting. That saw is very useful in wood workshop, so it got many working hours behind. I remember that the motor was rewinded years ago, and then just run, so today I'll try to fix a few issues. It got many fails I tried to fix, but the main problem is bearing. We can see that the saw hardly start and then start vibrating and making horrible sounds. The other thing is saw shield. It doesn't work for a while and could be very dangerous if you don't know what you work. Then there's a switch. I replaced them about 10 years ago, but the small switch for constantly running was too weak and it burns soon. So I make a quick solution with a spring wire to hook the main button for constantly running. And the last thing is motor brake. It doesn't work since the motor was rewinded. That's the fourth problem I tried to fix in that video. Let's firstly disassemble the saw so I come to bearing numbers to order new one. Okay, that's what I got. This saw got single phase 1.3 kW induction motor, so the main wire go direct to handle or the switch and then to a motor, but from the motor go another wire to capacitor. Front flange of the motor is actually a piece of saw, so the bearing is closer to saw blade, and it's secured with 2 screws. The other bearing comes to rear end of the motor housing, which is made out of single piece of aluminium. We can see it's a bit worn because of brakes. And here I got the rotor. You can see that the rear bearing is totally broken, it just hardly rotates. I got lucky that it didn't damage the bearing hole into motor housing. Front bearing is a bit bigger and got additional steel protective washer. It's still good, but I always replace bearings in pair. Now let's pull off the bearings. Both bearings go off so nice that almost can't believe. And now I can see the numbers. One is 6201 and the other is 6203. Before new bearings arrive, I can clean the rust from the rotor. Much better. And the bearing arrived. Each of them costs just 99 euro cents. Funny price, but that size of bearing are very common. I take rubber sealed one, because there are no physical force on them and they seal tiny dust better than steel sealed bearings. Before installing them on rotor I grease the axle a bit. It's better if you use hydraulic press to install the bearing, but I just punch them on with a hammer. When we install a new bearing, it's very important that we use pipe which fits only on inner ring of the bearing. If we punch them on outer ring, we can damage before we even install them. After a bit of cleaning I can assemble motor back together. And the motor running much better. I know it sounds horrible, but that's an old problem. Rotor isn't balanced perfectly, but the saw didn't warrant that expensive repair. When I assembled the motor back together, there come axial force to the bearing, while press them into motor housing. So when the motor is assembled, I punch the X with a plastic hammer a few times from both sides to relieve the bearings. The result is much smoother rotating and bearings stay cooler. Now I can continue on saw shield and other plastic parts. Metal parts aligned to fit perfectly on its place. And the broken plastic parts, glue it super glue and heat. That's the best way to glue plastic I know. Firstly clean the surface, then with hot gun heat up the plastic so it just starts melting on surface. Then add super glue and heat it a bit more. In that way glue soaks into plastic and hold better than any other glue. But be careful, super glue evaporates a lot in that process, so stay away as much as you can with your eyes. There are also some missing plastic, so I just use a 3D pen and a bit of ABS. Sure, it won't stick together, so after the area is filled I add a bit more super glue and heat again, so it holds together more than enough for its job. Next I'll try to fix saw shield. Some common parts are missing here, which come between that hole and that hole. So when we pull the saw down, it pulls the shield up. But I tried to make new one out of that stainless steel rod. It doesn't work perfect because round throat isn't rigid enough, so it can bend a bit, but much better than nothing, I think. Then I tried to fix brake system. It doesn't work, so the saw needs few minutes to stop. Brake on that saw is really simple. There are just two brake pads into motor fan, which is pushed by the soft spring into motor housing. Problem here is that the pads is blocked into fan holes, so I just sand the pads a bit and clean the holes. It actually brakes all the time, so the saw starts a bit slower than before, but it brakes enough to stop saw in just 12 seconds. Believe me or not, but before the saw need 3 to 5 minutes to completely stop. And the last thing I need to mount is the switch for constantly running. I found a bit bigger one, which should be powerful enough to handle that saw, so I just built it into handle. After I mount the top table and clean the workshop, another project is finished. So I change the bearings, make brake works again, take care for safety, and if I use top table I can simply turn on the saw with a switch. How the saw will work now for furious more. I hope you enjoyed the video, so like, share and subscribe if you like, and see you next time.